Hey guys, title today's drive-by nonsense. Alright, 88 degrees, 3:15 in the afternoon, March 4th, 2015. Screwball asshole nonsense. There's just so much nonsense going on in this country and in this world. Overall, we have the greatest country in the world. Okay? Freedom. To make money, to own gun, land, and everything. But the problem is, everybody wants to take away the Constitution. They want to kill us. They want to take it away. And they're trying inch by inch. You know, it makes no sense. You know, the government trying to ban, is it XM8, 55, green tip, 223, ammunition, 5.56. Come on. It's ridiculous, you know, sometimes what's going on. You know, this country, I don't know, take all the guns away, take everything away, you know, and the worst thing is the big-time criminals get off. If a big-time criminal got money, they get off of everything. You hear the little guy gets penalized, gets put in jail, and it's crap. It really is. I really think the whole government should do is, if you have a non-violent felony or anything like that, or non-violent crime, they should expunge it and release it. Because the problem is with the laws here. There's federal law, there's state law. You could be legal to own a gun in the state law, and it'd be illegal to own a gun in federal law. Does that make any goddamn sense at all, whatsoever? It makes no sense. So, you know, you could be convicted of something in the state and be able to own a gun, and yet federally you can't. But the good thing about that is usually that only the federal law only comes into play on federal land. So if you're not on a federal land or something owned by the federal government, they can't screw around with you. If it's state stuff, you should be okay. So usually that's okay. If anything ever like that did happen. But you know, it's these whole mirage of laws that they got everywhere, and you know, asshole. Really, there was one guy on YouTube that had a friggin' pet raccoon. They took that away. Come on, guys, get friggin' wild. A guy that's a millionaire can own a pet Bengal tiger and have a zoo in his backyard. But a friggin' guy living in the woods that rescued a baby raccoon can't even have a raccoon for a pet. It's a double standard. It's a big double standard in this country, and unfortunately, it's the way it is. If you're very wealthy, or if you just have money and get in trouble, chances are you're probably not going to go to jail. If you don't have money, chances are you are going to go to jail. Look at that goofy there. There's a van there. There's a birdhouse on top of his van. See that? I don't know if you can see that. See the van with the birdhouse on the left there? I guess, right? I don't know what bird's going to stay in that in the van there. But he's trying to look like a birdhouse. I'm sure it's not radar. Well, it could be radar. Who knows? Radar love. But, you know, it's, you know, just some of the regulations and the rules, they're just really screwy, and they really get me really pissed off. I'd like to hear from you guys. How many people, you know, maybe got arrested for something, and it was so friggin' stupid that maybe took some of your rights away and stuff like that. Whereas somebody else, if you would have had the money, you wouldn't have got arrested. I give you an example. I know a guy that got arrested for some, you know, embezzlement or whatever. Okay, and he didn't take a lot. He made it. I think it was like $50,000 or something. So he got a felony out of it, and he had to get a lawyer, and he had to go to court, and he was able to pay it out, and he didn't get convicted, but he got charged. And that's cool because he had the money. He paid the $50,000 back. Okay. Now, if he didn't have the money, they wanted 18 months in jail with a felony. So basically, he would have lost all his civil rights and guys, don't look at this and say, well, good for the guy, because it could happen to you just as well as anybody else. Anybody could get in trouble in this country, in this world, and if you get in the legal goddamn system, mercy on your soul. Have mercy on your soul. Because number one, if the charge is serious enough that you're facing prison, not jail, he was facing 18 months in prison, not jail. The difference is a prison is, you're incarcerated. A jail is just you go there for a DWI and get out, for a few hours. So he was facing prison. And if he had not had the money to pay the fine off and go on probation, which this was a few years ago, so he's off, he would have gone to jail, being a convicted felon, lose all his civil rights, because he was an embezzler. Now, guys, I don't know about anybody else. To me, if I had a corporation and a guy applied for a job and says, yeah, I'm a convicted felon, and I'd say, what'd you get arrested for, guy? You seem like a nice guy. Why embezzled $100,000? I would look at the guy and say, I'll still hire you. I don't care. Because to me, that's not really a crime. When I look at a crime, this is a crime. Child pornography, prostitution, murder, robbing a bank with a machine gun or a handgun or a knife or something. I mean, those are crimes that, those are pretty bad. If you embezzled something, if you got pulled over for like 2 ounces of pot in your car, even if you got pulled over and you had an ounce of cocaine, to me, those are not really violent crimes. They don't really reflect the individual, because I'm telling you, in the gun arena, everybody out there, I am sure, at one time or another, if you own a gun, especially if you got a concealed carry permit, you have probably committed a crime and you didn't even know it. I'll give you an example. Have you ever gone into a theater with your carry permit? If you have, unbeknownst to you, even though it's not posted, you have violated a law and you could get a felony for that. Have you gone on any school property, any school grounds, even to pick up your son or drop him off? If you have with a gun, you have violated, you are guilty of a felony. Have you gone onto any federal park property? In certain jurisdictions, federal parks, guns are off limits. You have committed a felony. And there's multiple other ones. You should look into the federal law and the state, because you have been committing felonies your whole life and could face second-degree felony jail time for those events, and they are non-violent, even if you didn't know it. So you have to be really careful, and that's why I think, I know our governor now in Florida, people who have felonies doesn't want to erase those, and he should, because that's potential voters, that's potential gun owners, potential citizens that have felonies, convicted felons, and it doesn't matter. If you become a convicted felon, it doesn't matter what your felony was for. So you could have, when you were young, had a certain amount of pot in the car, and because of that amount, it's a felony automatically. A felony in Florida, guys, is anything over $300. So you could have realistically got charged with any kind of thing of a charge or taking something for over $300, and you could get a felony. So that is why they need to revise these laws. The governor, the president, because they hand out felonies like candy, and a big reason is they do this is because the probation system, the correctional system, the legal system, the police, all the systems that are intertwined into this all make a profit off of the criminal. So when somebody gets arrested, they don't even care about, they don't even give a shit about getting the money back or anything. It's nice if they do, yeah. But, they don't really care. They want to prosecute you and put you in friggin' prison. And because the prison, when they go to prison, right, that's more jobs for the correctional guards. That's more aid the state can get from the federal government to support their prison population. That's more building. It's, more of everything. It's good for the economy. And I firmly believe the friggin' justice system, the whole system needs to be rearranged. And people who have felonies, there should be an organization out there to help them, for legal defense and different things like that. There should be a system out there that helps them. And the governor right now in Florida doesn't want to hear anything about it. And hopefully he gets voted out, and we get a governor in there that will, worry about the people, be for the people, and even a president. Anybody that's convicted of a non-violent felony, non-violent felony, or was charged with a non-violent felony, that did not get convicted, those records should be completely expunged and removed. You used to be able to get a relief of disability from the government, but as of 1992, they did away with that. They didn't have funds for that, and that is ridiculous too. It seems like the legal system just destroys a lot of lives. That's all. They're just killing people's lives. But I guess there's really not much at this point you can do about it. But try to vote people in that have our the people's needs in mind. But, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there saying, well, we don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. But listen, you could get convicted of a felony in many states, really for minor stuff, minor offenses. And that's why it would be nice to know that there's a statute that would eliminate anything that's non-violent felony. You guys tell me. But the whole legal system, if you get involved in it, it's a pain in the ass. It's one big friggin' joke. It's all about making money. It's all about supporting the green machine, because it's money. It's money. And people without money are the ones sitting in the damn prison, and I feel really sorry for those people. A lot of them. I mean, some are like mass murderers, and, big cocaine dealers. I understand that. But a simple person that didn't have the money, didn't have the defense, and got into a situation, first time or second or two times in his life, should be given a break, should be given another chance. But that is not the way that the jurisprudence system works. And unless we have some people get in there and voting and organizations, and we get some money pumped into there, and you got to do everything yourself. You can't really rely on lawyers and bail bondsmen, or you can't rely on the justice system. You have to become your own defense. And the bottom line, the best advice I can give for anybody, this is the advice, is if you ever get approached by law enforcement, if you ever have somebody come down your house or, stop and say, they think you did this crime, they know how you did it, tell them I have no idea what you're talking about, and I want to get my lawyer. And then you run out and get a lawyer, or better still, have a lawyer now, have a bail bondsman now. Put some money aside, put 10 grand in your pocket, somewhere away, buy less guns or whatever, and have 10 grand, have that 10 grand, have that with somebody that could post your bond and get you out right away, and that's what you need. But I would say you need a good bail bondsman and a good lawyer. If you have those two things, chances of you spending any time in jail would be very, very minor. Or if you just had the cash. But I wanted to bring that up, and see what you guys think, but never, when I look at people get arrested, and I look at what they're getting, and everybody wants to make money. Mugshots wants to make money too. So you can get arrested, and they put your picture on the internet, and then they sell magazines on it, and then they'll charge you $700 to get it off. I know because my buddy had this done, and he had to get it basically removed. It's what a pain in the ass. So I wanted to bring that up. You have a great day. Thanks for tuning into my drive-by video. I am pretty close to Tampa, Florida right now, about, let's say 10 minutes away. And I hope everybody's doing great, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Please subscribe. Like I say, I'll have numerous giveaways being posted on my website. I've got some exciting giveaways. So just keep track and keep viewing. Please comment, please subscribe, please share my videos. If there's any videos that I don't have up there that you'd like to see, feel free to ask me. I'll try to get them up. Thanks a lot. Bye.